Good afternoon, good afternoon. I'm here to tell you, fellas, if your woman is treating you like crap, even though you're not really doing anything wrong, you're holding up your end of the bargain or however your arrangement is with her, if she's treating you like crap, then 9 times out of 10, it's because she regrets being with you. Whether it's because you were never her type to begin with, or perhaps she's, having some sort of emotional or possibly physical affair with a guy who's her type or who's giving her the feels. This is my observation. I'll give you an example about when I hang out with, me and my wife hang out with other couples, or we go around extended family for birthday parties and things like that. I see their wives 9 times out of 10 talking crazy to their husbands in front of everybody, being passive aggressive, giving low blows, rolling their eyes, putting him down in front of everybody like it's funny. And what makes it worse is the dudes actually, even salute to it when their wife talks crazy to them, or they make a joke about it like it's not that big of a deal. What you guys got to realize is most women are not with the man of their dreams, or the guy they thought they could get, or the guy they feel they deserve, or there's a one that got away, maybe 2 guys that got away in their mind. The guy that they compare you to, that they compare every other guy to. Especially if that guy treated them like crap, which is what women mostly seem to stick to anyway. They stick around guys that treat them like crap because it's a challenge or whatever. But anyway, so most women are not with the man that they want. So what they will do is, however that guy who's in their mind, the one they wanted to be with, however he made them feel, or however they felt from being around him, like the negative emotions, they try to pass it on to you like hot potato. Like it got passed to them by the guy that they're with. This is how they view it. Like, this is their feelings, the negative feelings, and the passive aggressiveness and the cheating or whatever, however that guy made them feel. They put it onto you because they can't hold on to it. I know a lot of women say, oh, they get therapy and this and that, but that stuff never goes away. The anger and bitterness and resentment that a woman keeps from being used by certain guys that she really, really liked, regardless of how many guys she used, she doesn't count that. She doesn't view it as her doing anything wrong. But definitely the guys that they liked, that made them feel a certain way, they pass on to their husband or boyfriend. This is exactly why guys want to grow with a low body count. It's not, usually 9 times out of 10, it's not necessarily about how many penises they've had, or the fact that maybe some of those guys' penises were bigger than the current husband or the current boyfriend or whatever. But the odds are, the more men a woman has slept with, the higher the odds that the woman has had feelings or strong feelings and emotions for at least 1 or 2 of those guys. And the fact is that she's forever going to be stuck to those guys in her mind. She might not ever tell you. She might talk crap about her exes, but there's 1 or 2 that she really, really wishes she could run into, or that would want her now. And so based upon the fact that they can't get those guys, or they're unreachable, they treat you like crap because they're angry about that situation. Just like, let's say, a guy or a husband that comes home from a long day of work to where his boss beat him up figuratively or pushed him too hard on the job to where he comes and takes it out on his family. That's basically what a lot of women do to their husbands. Sometimes even their children, but especially their husbands. When it's not talked about. Women are always excused as if they're little children. Like, oh, I know your wife, is being a B word to you. But, she's just going through her emotions, and, she's a woman, and, she's probably, about to start her period soon, or postpartum. That's another thing. I'll do that for a whole nother video. That's a whole nother thing. But I'm just letting you men know that 9 times out of 10, the woman you're with, she's settled for you. And if you have a good woman, she's going to treat you to where you will never even know. Because she treats you well like you were her first choice. But most men that get talked too crazy by their wife, or the wife punks them or pushes them around, or forces you to open the door for her all the time, or, oh, I don't want to sit on that side of the couch. You sit on that side of the couch. Or, oh, we already watched this show already. Why don't you put on something I want to watch? Because they were once submissive to a guy that they really like. But now going forward, every man is going to pay. So they're like, nope, the first guy, I used to let him do whatever you wanted, but look how it turned out. So now I'm never going to let that happen to you, or between me and you, the current guy. Even if you're not even like her ex. That's why it's best to get as young as you can, legally, of course. Not necessarily just because, oh, they look better, because there are some attractive 30, 40-year-olds, depending on how good in shape they are, or their long hair, or whatever, how they dress. But that's why men go for younger women most of the time, because the older women are too scarred to be pleasant to be around. Just saying.